Captain Zixthar's thermal sensors screamed warnings across every display in the bridge. The galactic freight vessel. Prosperity's wing shuddered as proximity alarms blared, and the atmospheric readings from the docking bay showed a catastrophic temperature spike that shouldn't have been possible. Fire suppression systems engaging. His second officer, a methodical Voltrine named Kaz, shouted over the cacophony. Deck 7 is reading temperatures exceeding 400 Kelvin. Zixthar's four eyes blinked in rapid succession, his mandibles clicking in distress. 400 Kelvin would cook most species in the known galaxy. The Voltrine could tolerate 300 at most. The crystalline shardlings would sublimate. Even the hardy Krog would begin experiencing organ failure. Evacuate Deck 7 immediately. Seal all bulkheads, Zixthar commanded, his claws dancing across the command console. What caused the breach? Coolant failure? Engine leak? Negative, Captain, Kaz replied, her vocal synthesizer struggling to maintain its usual calm pitch. All systems nominal. The heat signature is localized, moving. Moving? Zixthar felt his secondary heart skip. A thermal entity? Pirates with plasma weapons? Before Kaz could respond, the communication panel chirped. A voice came through, surprisingly calm and accompanied by what sounded like rhythmic thumping noises. Prosperity's wing. This is Human Specialist Marcus Chen from the Terran Engineering Corps. I'm boarding as scheduled for the generator consultation. Sorry about the heat signatures, I'm just doing my morning run on your track. Didn't mean to spook anyone. The bridge fell silent except for the persistent alarms. Did he say morning run? Cass asked, her translator matrix clearly struggling with the concept. Zixthar pulled up the manifest with trembling claws. Sure enough, there it was. One human specialist, scheduled for a 3-cycle consultation on their failing antimatter generator. He'd reviewed the file before departure, but had focused on the human's credentials, not the species warnings. He pulled up the Terran datasheet now, something he should have examined more carefully. His eyes widened as he read, Optimal ambient temperature, 293-298 Kelvin. Heat tolerance, extreme, native planet. Death world classification, Category 4. Category 4. The highest possible danger rating. Zixthar had never met anyone from a Category 4 world before. Most species avoided them entirely. Turn off the alarms and cancel the evacuation, Zixthar ordered weakly. It appears our consultant has arrived. 10 minutes later, Marcus Chen stepped onto the bridge and Zixthar understood why his crew had panicked. The human radiated heat like a small star. His skin glistened with moisture, his face flushed with a reddish hue that indicated elevated blood flow. He wore minimal clothing, exposing large amounts of his pale skin, and carried a container from which steam visibly rose. Hey there, Captain, Marcus said cheerfully, apparently unaware that every crew member had unconsciously backed away from him. Hope I didn't cause too much trouble. Your track's pretty nice, but the artificial gravity is set a bit low for my preference. Still got a good workout in, though. You were exercising? Zixthar managed, his translator barely keeping up with his clicking. At 400 Kelvin? Marcus laughed, a strange barking sound. Oh no, ambient temperature in the bay is only about 295 Kelvin. Maybe 300 near me because, human body temperature runs at 310 Kelvin baseline. Goes up when we exercise. Hits maybe 315, sometimes 317 if you're really pushing it. He took a long drink from his steaming container. This is coffee, by the way. I keep it at about 330 Kelvin. Any cooler and it's not worth drinking. Cass made a sound like shattering glass. You voluntarily consume liquids hot enough to denature most proteins? Denature proteins? Marcus looked confused for a moment, then laughed again. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess so. We cook a lot of our food too. Usually between 350 and 450 Kelvin depending on what we're making. The entire bridge crew stared. Zixthar's mandibles hung open in a way that would have been embarrassing under any other circumstance. Your species evolved to consume thermally denatured nutrients? Cass asked, her scientific curiosity apparently overcoming her horror. Well, yeah. Kills parasites, breaks down tough cellular structures, makes food safer and easier to digest. Marcus shrugged. We've been cooking our food for like 500,000 years. It's kind of our thing. Zixthar pulled himself together, trying to reassert some captain-like dignity. Specialist Chen, your credentials indicate you're here to assess our antimatter containment system. It's been experiencing temperature irregularities. Right, the hotspots in the magnetic containment field. Marcus set down his coffee and pulled out a data pad. I read the report on the way here. You're running the field about 50 degrees too cold, actually. That's why you're getting cascade fluctuations. Too cold? Zixthar felt his world tilting. The specifications clearly state those specs were written by Voltrine engineers, right? Marcus interrupted gently. No offense, he nodded to Cass. But your species can't handle high heat, so you build everything to run cool. Antimatter containment fields actually stabilize better at higher temperatures. We figured that out about 30 years ago. Earth standard generators run about 100 degrees hotter than galactic standard. He pulled up a holographic schematic. See, here's the problem. You're losing cohesion at the field intersections because the magnetic flux isn't energetic enough. Bump your operating temperature up by 70 degrees and these fluctuations disappear. Cass studied the schematic, her eyes widening. The mathematics are sound. Captain, if we implement this modification, our fuel efficiency could increase by 18%. Plus, your containment will be more stable, Marcus added. You'll probably add another decade to your generator's operational lifespan. Zixthar looked at the human. This creature from a death world that apparently bathed in temperatures that would kill most of the galaxy, who drank liquids that could denature flesh, who voluntarily raised his body temperature for recreation, and who had casually solved a problem that had plagued his ship for 6 cycles. Specialist Chen, Zixthar said slowly, would you be willing to extend your consultation period? I suspect we have much to learn from your perspective. Marcus grinned, his teeth unnervingly white and numerous. Sure thing, Captain. Fair warning, though, I'll need to keep up my exercise routine. Humans get cranky without regular physical activity. Something about our persistence hunter evolution. Cass made that shattering sound again. Persistence hunter? Oh yeah, Marcus said cheerfully, picking up his coffee. We used to chase prey animals until they literally died of exhaustion. Sometimes took days. As Marcus walked toward the engineering deck, leaving a trail of elevated temperature readings, Zixthar updated his personal log. Note to self, humans are terrifying. Hire more of them immediately. The galaxy, he realized, had been building its technology around the comfortable survival ranges of civilized species. Perhaps it was time to learn from the ones who came from hell itself. After all, if you wanted something built to withstand the impossible, why not ask the species that called the impossible home?